And yes, good morning, everybody. It is Xinthar here again, playing some Sunless Seas with the wonderful Mr. Stukka. Say hello, Mr. Stukka.
Good morning.
Hopefully, everyone can hear you. They should do.
If not, they'll let us know.
Oh, yes. Alrighty, let's go ahead and start this up. Bring you all on over. Get some volume happening here. There we go. So last time, we were trying our best to not die, and we died. So now, we have a new captain, Xinthar the Fourth, who will be doing his best to not die. We do start off with 1042 echoes. We're back to the original ship, but we do still have our lodgings, which means that we have some delicious money to work with off the beginning. We do have a couple of heirlooms, I believe. I think I only have... Oh, I've only got one. But that's okay. We have enough. It's a good bargain to start with. Go and pick up... And this time we're playing as a poet, which I find ironic, considering we last time we had an encounter with the pirate poet, and now we have a poet of our own. Agree
We'll
to...
see how this apple falls far from the tree or not.
Yes, definitely. Ah, the Gnomic Gallivant to the Cumian Canal, or the Iron Republic, or the Iron and Misery Funging Station, or both. We'll probably do both. He puffs out his chest, ruby studs gleam in the lamplight. I knew London had enterprising souls still left in it. I am seeking truths, Captain, which I am told I may find in the Iron and Misery Funging Station and the Cumian Canal. Ideally, I'd learn both, but I could settle for one, for at Port Cecil there will be a contest, and we will change the world with a game of chess. A king will fall. I'm sure they will.
I mean, I believe that we are going to be working to exceed our previous work on the Pirate Poet.
I mean, we can only hope so. Sasquatch, we're back down to our good friend the Kilgore, a Ligeia-class steamer, which we cannot rename until we buy a new one.
It's a good starting name, actually.
The Kilgore. We're also going to sell off our advice for captains. We have no need for that. We know all of the Z. Famous last words.
I was going to say, what's this wee business?
We could use a few more crew. We'll offer passage to a tomb colonist, though. It's oddly difficult to die and fall in London, but when a Londoner is too tatty and wretched to live, they wrap themselves in bandages and take ship for the tomb colonies. Your crew cart these ones aboard padded coffins. They'll sleep there until their journey is done. Very good. We have some tomb colonists. We have 0 fear, so we don't need to carouse.
It's better to be busy, Sassy. Any
Stuka
better?
is super quiet. That's interesting.
I think that may just be me. My voice is too low as it is.
Any improvement on that one?
Sassy, pumpkin, how?
Anyone? Yeah, well, we'll just have to figure it out as we go along, as is. But still quiet. Okay. Well, let me see if I can fiddle with something in here. Try now.
Minor improve this? Yeah, right? High quality Twitch.
Well, there we go. Hopefully that seems to be better now. Wonderful.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's not a Twitch stream without technical difficulties, especially because OBS and XSplit tend to forget my settings every time I start them up. Okay. Well, in that case, we can crack on, as it were.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Yes. Let's go visit the Admiralty Survey Office. Anything in particular you need? Retrieve strategic information from Guider's Morn in the Corsair's Forest, somewhere not far from home waters. Well, that's good. Pretty much. Well, we have a lot of fuel, and by a lot I mean enough. So we'll buy a couple, we'll buy a few supplies, just to get us sorted out for the moment.
Eventually Xinthar gets so mad about it, he writes an entire macro. He just presses a button and sets the settings up again.
And don't tempt me, I'll write my own goddamn streaming software. I can't fuck it up any worse than some of these other people.
That would be wicked, by the way.
I'll call it FUT. Everyone will wonder what that stands for, and it'll just be fuck you, Twitch.
Oh no, now people are gonna know.
Only the people here. It'll be an in-joke, it's fine.
Like I said, you fucks better keep this an inside joke. Don't tell your friends.
I'm just gonna drop down that volume a little bit, because now it's way too loud for me. Ah, baby crib. Nah, he still counts as hitting me. You set to work with your knives and acids. It is an undistinguished adolescent specimen, a megalops of one of the deep Z-crab species, but its eyes, normally vestigial in these troglodytic beasts, are large and rather beautiful. The golden glow is almost gone now, although sparks leap now and then into your knife. Yes, I like the music in both of these games. They're very well written. Well, we'll just chat to the fishermen. Pirates plying the waves, smugglers at their work, carnate ships putting in to resupply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty. And then we'll be on our way. We usually start as going north, but this time I think we'll head south because we have business with the Cumian Canal and possibly the Iron Republic as well.
I was gonna say, I was kind of shocked when you turned right south.
There are so many crabs.
And to think the crewmen are still working on the armor loops yet. What's up, man?
Hello, Raph.
Stukka. Stukka man. Stukka smash metal.
The Cumean Canal, little more now than a stark reminder that the surface still exists.
And their everlasting need for coffee.
They do have a never-ending need for coffee. I could stand to turn that music down even a touch more.
They're probably not wrong geometry, to be fair. We don't even die right down here.
The place doesn't want to let any souls go. Even in death you will still serve. As dinner bells sound throughout the port, you carry a ladder to one of the long-moored, half-legal ship hostels. You prop the ladder to the porthole of what the Gallivant assures you is the cabin of a French diplomat. He ascends swiftly, leaving you to carry the ladder away. Half an hour later, the Gallivant is back on your deck. He polishes his ruby cuffs. I have seen the face of eternity printed in ink. It was a terrible face. We'll gather some surface gossip. And we'll gather some information for a port report. Hello, little Gillifleur. Ah, drat. I'm a little annoyed that that didn't finish it off. Some delicious jellyfish salad, I guess.
Jellyfish flavored smears on your deck.
Hey, Cake Boss.
Fresh
going
start
good.
with Xinthar 4.
Indeed. Ah, the Iron Republic. Also known as Cheap Fuel is Us. The pipe is a lie. He's jauntily got his pipe in there, but it belies how angry he actually is.
He's a man with generational anger.
Indeed. Ah, how much is the irrepressible cannoneer? Go ahead, we'll take that one, since we already have a navigator.
You could even say, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's wild, yeah.
12 devil bone dice and 7 Stygian ivory. Possible. But I believe that gives us the weapon that fires searing enigmas. Very expensive.
We went wealth again, right?
Yes. The House of Pleasures.
Yeah, it's for like Popeye. Instead of eating spinach, we eat the flesh of other human beings.
It's all I can stands, I can't stands no more. Grabs a crew member, rips off his head, and just begins eating him. He's like, I don't care who you are. That's gonna be like, oh, okay, well, no, I don't think we will fight that guy.
Poor Popeye, yes.
No, that's good. Gentlemen, I would rather not finish my adventure before it's had a chance to start.
That's fair. Let's long live Xinthar the Fourth.
No, we found the Utish room already.
Oh, in trouble.
No, we lost him.
They just don't have the Nikes.
They've only got arms. They're only unfinished claymen.
Just the poor oars.
Mm-hmm. Now we got an extraordinary implication and an outlandish in. Oh, 5 Stygian ivory. You pick idly at a scar on the mushroom rind, and the whole thing peels away. Beneath, in an odd little pocket, lie bundles of ancient mouldy cloth, Stygian ivory like the stuff in the Chelonate cell, and something like a Chelonate harpoon. Did the proud Chelonites come here once? Are they the ancestors of these sorry villagers? Gather some intelligence. And we'll visit the village. Pretty sure they have nothing else of use. Nope. Thank you very much for not being much help, Utishroom. That's interesting. The wreck of the Miko. The Miko. And a carnate trimaran.
They're like, yeah, that's right, we did this. This is ours.
Like vultures come to pick over the corpse. Well,
Would there be vultures down here? Or would it be like carrion bats?
I suppose carrion bats would be more accurate, wouldn't it?
Well, 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 well.
Oh, you poor fool. Clean pickings. These pinnaces don't sail far from their hidden harbours, but here's something at the back of the hold. Ah, 1 bale of parabola limit. Ah, and we've already found our Gallivant's second part. It was quite easy.
You almost do have to wonder if the game does feel bad for you when you come back to it.
Rescaling difficulty sometimes.
Or that's just how it feels.
Just likes to up the difficulty when you get a couple of rounds under your belt, basically. I don't like comedians. I'm a very serious man, but we agree on one thing, timing. That's why I'm breaking into the Factor's home, and why I need you to distract him until I've found a special itinerary. Just so happens that when you bump into the Factor on his walk home, what a happy coincidence. You couldn't possibly manage his entire picnic by yourself. Overjoyed to have company, he joins you on a bench for the next hour, merrily eating sandwiches. You take your leave once you have seen the Gallivant pass by. Back on your deck, the Gallivant laughs jovially. His rubies wink in the light. Iron and Miserable is sending a representative to the contest in Port Cecil. There's a full itinerary for the events tailored for every attendee. I have the dictator's moves mapped. Now we're ready to find Port Cecil, which we never actually did in our last run. It can be quite tricksy to find. Compile a report. We'll have some tea with the Factor. You sit on the veranda of the Factor's house, looking over the fungal jungle. Expanse of green, sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores. Scones are stale. Even the tea has a hint of mildew. But the Factor is good company. He shares odd stories about ice and roses of Irem, the monstrosity of the Sea of Lilies, a little restaurant in Vendobite where he enjoyed the most extraordinary seafood. Vendobite. I know I'd never met a tomb colonist who could cook, but you must visit the place. Do you know it? He also has a load of Bolgus frond carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I've eaten so much of it. I fear I might be transformed entirely into fungus. He leans confidentially towards you. It happens, you know, but one does have to eat rather a lot of it first. I don't think we need anything else here. We're pretty good on fuel and supplies. We'll take our leave.
Get that Wiggles out of here, geometry. I know what you're on about.
Ah, the Wiggles. I saw them live in concert when I was a wee lad, back when they were a charity. Yeah, I suppose they still are.
I don't think I ever actually saw them in person, but they were consistently on. I had a kid sister growing up, and like, she was all about the Wiggles.
Ah, yes. That was point blank range, Captain. How did you miss? This is what happens when you put a poet in charge of guns. Oh, really? One?
Holy, we need to get you popping up. Oh, that's a shame.
You can take a Z story from it. They can be useful. Ah, Pigmote Island. Well, Isle. Suppose the question now is, do we want to save the rats or the cavies?
we made a vote last time. What are you feeling this time?
Well, in the event that I end up with a snow homunculus again, I would like a reliable source of scintillac.
That's fair and understandable.
But you'll all have to forgive me, this is quite a lengthy quest, so I'm just going to skip through it. Unless the chat would like a vote, and for me to read the whole tale.
Well, we have to work for Mr. Sachs first. We have to find him and
Yeah,
be in a position to do the job.
Yes.
Yes, but which one and how many?
I mean, Lieutenant Shade, it's fair. I am going to end up with a child abomination, but whether or not it's a snow child abomination, a clay child abomination, or a devil child abomination still is yet to be seen. Okay, I'll make a poll. Okay.
I mean, if only it was a perfect world geometry. You can't get it all.
Indeed.
Although there is a third option, right?
Burn them both down and see who wins.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's the peaceful solution, right?
No, I mean, sort of. The
It's
Underdome.
peaceful. Nobody's left.
Alright. I have started a poll. And for just 10 goob, you can buy an additional vote. Oh, it's even.
Multi. Rats and cavies. Rats.
Rats. Rats, rats. We are the rats.
Damn them all. Tie.
No, thank you, GeForce Game Ready Driver. Go away.
Oh boy, look at them cavies go.
Oh,
A hot 22 already.
someone has spare goob.
Oh, here we go. Damn them all shooting right up now. Here come the rats. Oh, the rats!
Ooh. A lot of votes for rats. Cavies are still winning.
Cavies going back up now. Ooh. Can the rats catch? They're moving faster, but just. No, cavies are just shooting off.
Who has the faster clicking finger? Who got that Diablo 2 strength?
I mean, I might do, but I'm not voting.
Ah, fair enough. Ooh, Dan the Mole's overtaken.
Oh shit, yeah it is. Well, I've not seen this one, so
Fair enough.
I guess we're gonna see it.
Yeah.
Rats have taken second. Cavies in the end.
It's a commanding margin, 41 to 30 and 29. The people don't like guinea pigs or rats. Noted. Damn them all.
They will be damned.
Dang it, it shall be danged. Okay, genocide run.
Murder percent.
Or did I attempt to broker a peace, actually? I forget that that was an option, because I can't actually damn them all. I suppose I could just walk away. No, it's locked me into it. Alright. Broke a peace, and I'll just fail. It doesn't let me just damn them all. That's awful.
And it doesn't let you broker the peace?
No, it just says, apparently idealism would not help here. I thought there was a third option, but there isn't.
The third option was a lie.
Well, I apologize for that. That is my fault for not reading ahead. Well, in that case, what was the second highest? It was the cabbies, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right, well, we're going to have to favor the seneschal, and then I'll just damn them all in the end. Well, we had no real choice, but that's the thing. Hello, Jack Antheria.
Morning, Jack.
Well, that was my bad. I apologize for misleading. I did not realize that I couldn't just say, nah, I don't feel like it today.
That's the thing. Some of the islands are just like, no, you're in it. You're in for a penny, in for a pound of flesh, and you're gonna get that pound of flesh, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna eat it with a smile on your face.
Remember, shit sandwich tastes great. Unfortunately, I cannot return to London till I have found Guy Desmond. That's unfortunate. We'll lose him in the fog bank. Ah, damn. Lost 4 hull and 3 crew.
Oof.
That's okay, because we're close to Guy Desmond. Oh, the northeast. It says there, northeast.
That might be a bit too crispy, Sasquatch. I don't think we can. Or pumpkin, excuse me. It's kind of hard to bite into the ash.
tough challenge. I don't think we will do that. Ooh, 5 echoes, and we've got our strategic information. We'll explore the morn. Ooh. Don't have the hearts for this. Troglodyte prawns, they're delicious.
What a break.
Oh, what a break. Thank you very much, Sergeant Levels. Ah, yes. Delicious water. Ah, we'll overhear some rumors of a pirate poet. I hear she's nice.
So it begins.
Lies, nonsense, glimmers. Some say she's a clay man who freed herself with the power of verse. Possible. Others insist she's the personal muse of the king with 100 hearts. Unlikely. One claims she sails on a living ship made of still screaming skulls of her victims. More sober voices mutter that no, it's just an Alakias-class vessel. Whatever the truth, few have fought her and survived to tell the tale. Only the bravest of captains.
That's not true.
Look, we were special to her. She came and gave us sandwiches.
That's
and some
true.
pay. On the
That was
bravest
our
captain.
allowance.
Yeah, exactly. She's just like, here you go. Now be along with you. I'm going to go write this off in tax. She does seem to always do well for herself, able to buy a whole new ship and everything each time. We could try to gather intelligence, but it's only a 31% chance. Dislikes of spies. You and one of your more villainous-looking sailors join a dice game. Villainous-looking, but you know for a fact that she tithes to charity and has a delightful singing voice. The topic turns promisingly to pillage and ambush, but your sailor is a little too forward with her questions. There is a scuffle and a stabbing. You escape. She does not. Now we've lost another crew and we're down to 4. We're going to have to turn in for port now. No, I'm not buying fuel here. That's outrageous. We should be able to head for Vendabite. But unfortunately, we're stuck at half speed. And this ship was never the fastest vessel to begin with.
It was pretty nippy, but now you're not burning anything.
Yep.
And now will be the worst time to meet
The pirate poet.
I was going to say the mountain.
Thankfully we're too far south for Mount Nomad. But now you've said it.
I did say the terrible thing.
Hmm.
We really should have set a poll up for
Will I make it back?
up. Yeah, because this is getting pretty dicey.
I didn't expect my first voyage to be this nail-biting.
When you went south, you freaking madman.
It's true, I did. I never go south. South is apparently bad luck. What has seen me? Oh, are you kidding me? Really?
Oh, man. Well, well, well.
Well, this is just absolutely redonkulous.
Yeah,
Away with ye, damn it. Oh, look.
Nah, it's a little late for a prediction. I mean, death could come at any second. Get juked.
What fresh hell is this? 9 hull? God, I'm tempted to just turn back for London. If I didn't need the fuel.
Yeah, but you'll make Vanderblight. Barely.
I don't even think that the skin of my teeth counts here. This was like by the skin and bones of my fingers. Just the captain sitting on his bridge with a teacup in his hand, sipping gently, as everything's on fire. Yes, this seems adequate. Another fine day.
We're making good time, I'd say.
The new tomb colonist surveys Venderbite, shaking her head. It won't do, she says. It won't do at all. Oh, I had no idea this place would be quite so unrepossessing. Perhaps we can liven it up a little. Only I knew a helpful Z captain. Bring 10 units of mushroom white to Venderbite, and perhaps they'll have something for you. Okay?
I would really rather not speak about Glaceline right now, Jack. If you guys want to pose the question, I cannot stop you. But that is all I will say on this matter at the moment.
Yes, unfortunately I couldn't make the debates this time. I would like to have argued that water was not wet. It is indeed moist.
I cannot. I must not.
Listen to a whispered request. We'll take that commission because that's always good. Get some very nice treasures out of that quest. And we'll purchase some more fuel. And now we will crawl back to London with our tail between our legs. What in the name of God? Bats! Bats, are you serious?
Oh no, not by bats. Really?
Not like this. Not like this.
Never like this.
Well, thankfully they attack you once and leave you alone, but I'm on 4 hull. What fresh hell is this?
This is maybe gonna be the tightest run home.
Gonna be the shortest run I've ever had, that's for sure.
Even if it is, these things they happen. Z is a very unforgiving place, and sometimes I've had runs like this and not made it home, so...
Another bat swarm, are you absolutely kidding me? They do 5 damage each.
Uh-oh.
That's it, we're dead.
No! Well, damn.
But do you know why that's even bigger kick in the teeth? Because now we don't have the will. So we don't have the will, we don't start off with the larger amount of money. Ah, that is unreasonable. Ugh.
That is the big sad. I'm definitely +2 sad, but what can be done? We must...
Xinthar the Fifth.
We must bring to life Xinthar number 5.
Indeed. Well, let's see here. I suppose the only thing this captain had going for him was his money, so we should retain that. Hmm. Oh, should I do a poll to determine what our next legacy will be?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Sounds good. We got another spell priest all of a sudden.
You mean the vet wrath?
Let's see, a poet, a priest, philosopher, or a veteran. There we go. I think that's all of them. We have urchin, poet, veteran, ordained priest, or a philosopher. Yep, that's all of them. Start the poll. Oh, we're getting to war crimes, Captain. I'm pretty sure what he did, what Xinthar the Fourth did, was fairly war crimey.
What do you mean? 4 didn't do a whole lot.
Oh, the third.
You mean Xinthar 3?
Xinthar 3 was a bastard.
Xinthar 2 was kind of a bastard as well.
Yeah, Xinthar 1 was the only good one.
Oh man, I guess we're gonna get the religion.
Oh,
We go priest. We're gonna have all heart.
you're gonna be one of them boondock saints.
We gotta fuck with him. I love that movie, man. Those movies are great.
I haven't seen it in a long time. And I don't think I've seen any of those, like the sequels or anything. Oh, it's 50-50. Veterans winning out.
People are pouring on that priest's tide. Veterans are pulling ahead.
Dun dun. It's a battle to the finish.
Still like a solid minute left. Priest is ahead now. It's a super tight race.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, that happened.
He died to bats. He was the most disgraceful captain. I'm pretty sure we should erase his name from the lineage.
There was no Xinthar 4. This is Xinthar 4. Oh, that priest is taking a commanding lead. There's just a little bit of time left.
Looks like we're going for priest, boys. And of course girls, if there are any available. Or present. Priest it shall be. You fell from grace. There is nothing left ashore, for an anonymous benefactor has found this way out for you. Perhaps at sea you can overcome your appetites.
Some Bone Storm player put like 2,490 goob towards that.
Nice.
One thrill house.
It gives us 10 whole echoes and 25 hearts. And we get the goal-eyed engineer. Her eyes will hatch soon, but until then she wants to work. I'm sorry, her eyes will hatch.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Oh, that's going to be fun. That's good. I do like the con artist idea. We could go for immortality, or fulfillment, wealth, or a private kingdom, but that comes later.
She has monsters gestating in her eyeballs. That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
What a time to be alive.
What do you think, Stuka? Should we hit the button and go for the immortality trait? What kind of priest doesn't long for immortality?
I mean, not the selfish ones, I suppose.
I didn't say I was a good priest.
I figured you were just going to go for wealth.
Well, we can always do whatever else we want.
Well, I mean, not just because it's tradition.
Oh, yes.
Get them all.
I like the idea of a priest who wants to become an immortal being, though, so that sounds like fun.
That's fair.
Liberate the secret of immortality, and we will begin our quest in London. It's going to be a long road. The Presbyteriate guards its secrets fiercely, but amidst the clamour and beer stains of the blind helmets, a salt-scarred navigator is telling tales of the continent's deepest interior, a city called Nida, the origin of the presbyter's long life. Where is he getting this information? Bring wine. He is susceptible to wine. You'll find the navigator and your first clue in London. We'll just stick with Captain for the term of address. But I did enjoy my jaunty pipe, Captain. Xinthar 5. Xinthar 4 died unfortunately because he was an insurance job. And then this mysterious priest turned up.
Oh, this is a successful lineage I can usurp.
We need 1 cask of mushroom wine before we can speak to him. Perhaps not. See a passenger. Agree to carry the gnomic gallivant. Yep, that's very good. We will take you on board, my good friend. We shall visit the Admiralty. Ah, good. Now we have 2 things to do at the Iron and Misery Funging Station. University, we'll stack docks. Let's hire on some more crew. Gives us 3 crew. starting up the family business again. Go, we've gotten our wonderful tomb colonist. And as is traditional, we shall turn north this time. Because as we have learnt, south is a cursed route.
I mean, south is merely the route with chest hair. You almost had it, to be fair.
True. I'm going to speak to this officer to begin with. Why has she come to Z in this state? The gall blighter wasp. You know it. Its children are in me. She smiles. I can't be sorry. Can see such things. She tails off hungrily, watching your face. What is she seeing? King Eater's castle, she says, at last, rather breathless. Her hand goes up to her throat. I would like to see King Eater's castle through these eyes before I go. So she wants to go to the most cursed part of the Unterzee.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely go south, but it's always the usual way is to go north at the beginning.
Yes, we must go north so that we can drop off our passengers.
Get them safety strats in. On this high speed run.
Oh yeah. Oh look, we got that cask of mushroom wine we wanted. Your passenger stands somberly at the rail. Salt sent me a dream, she insists. You must find my father. Oh. Salt tells me that you'll find my father in the belly of a monstrous eel. Gods never lie. Gods never lie? That seems optimistic. But if she's right, she'll reward you for her father's return. Open a monstrous eel. Alright then.
Just one? Okay.
Come back. I found 10 eels. One of them probably has your father in it. I suggest you get opening.
Slap them all over the table. Here's a knife, get at it.
Well, Tomb Colony of Vonnerbite. We shall visit the first curator. We'll accept his commission. And we'll gather some gossip. We'll see if we can run into the salt mines while we're at it. I feel the need for cash. I'm strapped and I don't like it. We'll need to pick up the irrepressible cannoneer quite quickly.
Yeah, we gotta train up that iron pretty fast.
Mm-hmm. Yep, in the pot. And since we have an engineer... Oh. How wonderful.
Oh. I mean, it's a bit early. This is going to be tough.
It'll be more of a dance than I'm used to, but it's doable.
It'll be a long dance.
Mm-hmm.
Morning, Pat.
Ah, speaking of the salt lines, though, that's a good distance away. Come on, damn it. Yeah, one's all you get.
Oh.
Too early. Yes, drive her into the salt lines. Quick, over there, portside. Rescue the pirate poet. Show her a rope, claim a bounty. Takes 3 crewmen to pull the pirate poet from the Z's clutches, while others mutter about bringing an unfinished man, an unfinished woman aboard the ship. She just smirks. She carries little on her but the verses of poetry tattooed on every visible inch, and an old sword almost chipped as she. Fortunately, her salvaged possessions also include the jangling money purse on her belt, fat and ready to pay the traditional freedom price of her current bounty. Much of the crew could subdue her, all are relieved once she's aboard a lifeboat, rowing away through the darkness towards Guider's Morn. That puts us 400 echoes richer, which I will take. Especially because now we can pick up a nice fresh load of Sphinx Stone for London. We'll visit the Unmakers. Compile a port report. And we'll carry Sphinx Stone to London. That's very good.
I mean, that does sound like Xinthar number 5, Angry Pumpkin. He's starting pretty early.
Nope, best avoid the big crab. But we are going to have to turn into London early because we've only got 3 fuel left.
Damn it, Pumpkin. Now I can see her the old, like, manslayer. We'll bang okay. You get yourself another ship and we'll bang okay. Xinthar number 5.
Hey, no. You stop that. Don't make me turn this ship around. It's alright, we can outrun the angler crabs.
Beats being in the above where you can't outrun the crabs.
Mm. Reconnoiter the island. We'll talk with Cynthia, which gives us a tale of terror. Underneath the case of the crabs is nothing to be sneered at. No worries, Jack. You have a good day.
Yep, take care. Apologies. My internet done gone haywire.
No, that's not good. We can still hear you though, so that's good. Who is this patron? Is there a catch? He runs a very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river, what is much more patronized by sailors than by men of wit and vinegar. And public house, there is no obligation to speak. My patron would hope only that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, then I do not imagine he would refuse your offer. Yes, very good. I will accept his dispensation. We'd best deliver our Sphinx Stone right quick. He gives us 500 echoes. Put our ship in for a quick bit of dry dock.
You're not wrong, Patton. Sometimes you're starving for them supplies, and crabs are your only hope.
I mean, I don't want to pay 100 echoes for that. We might be able to get some cheaper. But we could always do the repairs ourselves as well. We do have enough supplies now. Or we could just undock with some quick repairs. We'll hand in our port reports either way. Hunter's Keep. Vendabite. Salt Lions. Someone's letting off fireworks near me.
Oh, I can barely hear it. It's like tiny little pops.
Yeah. Well, let's go and Cook's Tales of Immortality from him. Nida's walls are basalt, but within them it's as close to a paradise as a man can make. 1,000 fountains, the streets paved with gem slabs, and the air sweet with honeysuckle and orange groves. How does he know? Has he been there?
Hey, Duel.
Good, thank you, dear Wilbur. How about yourself? One bottle and he looses his waistcoat. A second and he loosens his tongue. No, I've never been to Nida, not in the flesh at least, he leans close, but I once tasted red honey, in the memories of a man who had. I only saw fragments, an army at the walls, a breach, a rallying cry, liberty, equality, eternity. A third bottle. Where could you go to taste these memories for yourself? Go to the Isle of Cats. Talk to the cat's chiefest claw. Ask about the far-travelled notary. And if you're wise, you'll do like me. Use what you learn to get free drinks. Immortality for gods and monsters.
What are you talking about, Xinthar number 4?
There was no
This is
Xinthar
it.
number 5.
This is Xinthar number 5.
Oh dear. See? Xinthar 5. Now we'll read the morning papers. Get some recent news. We could buy an elegant townhouse, but we only have 1,000 echoes, and I don't feel like being made destitute yet.
More like pretending to be bad food.
It is the way of the roll of the dice sometimes. Well, let's sell some items like this advice for Z captains. Mr. Caro, I have heard that you have the greatest weapon known to man. Yes, the Cutterl and Heather Sage denunciation. It costs 500 echoes, but damn if it isn't worth it.
The denunciation? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I'll buy that.
We are going to kill / sacrifice a lot of people. No more questions.
I don't like how non-specific that is. No more questions.
Take care, Wrath. Have a good one.
Have a good one, Wrath. We can sell off our other gun. Reconditioned frigate surplus deck gun, Mark II.
Oh, I don't know why you'd sell it. It's got such a long name. Obviously, that means it's high quality.
Oh, of course. Forward weapon. It's a torpedo weapon, though. We don't really need that.
You probably really would. I could see Skeleton King running an island.
Yes. I don't think we need anything else here. Ooh, secure compartment might be nice later, but for the moment we have other things to attend to. Buy one more supplies and then we'll set off. 63 is fine. We won't die to anything with 63 hull.
Speaking of, let's get that prediction rolling.
Oh, yes, of course. Are you going to set it up?
Yeah, I'm all over it.
Okay, cool. Ah, Mutton Island. Yes, Joe Wilder, I know, I made a mistake. I'll be sure to make it again. I'm bad at that. We lose an echo. Chat to the fisherman. Get a port report. Outrageously expensive.
It's 5,636 on We Live.
Oh.
No one thinks we will die. That means we're gonna live forever. 10,000 on Live.
Nice. Which means I will, of course, die horribly. Hey, hey, crab. Crab. Come here.
There you go. That was, in fact, your cue to start putting money into the die. Thank you for putting in the dice.
Ah. Don't mind me, just Xinthar the Fifth here. I forgot to equip my ship with a weapon, Xinthar the Fifth.
Oh my.
Yeah, guess what I can't do while I'm at Z?
Maybe we should stop that.
I'm good at games, guys, I swear. Your faith is noted, Angry Pumpkin, but unfortunately...
It is entirely misplaced.
Yep.
No, it's fine. These are just minor setbacks.
There we go. Now we have a gun. Oh dear.
Yeah, we'll show them.
No, McGallivant goes do his thing. Good for him. We'll grab some moves in the game. Gather a port report. Excellent. Oops.
It should still be up there for you, Dual Whaler.
Mm-hmm. Ow. Cease.
Look like he gave you a sick combo.
That's interesting. Maybe refresh the page, Dual Wielder. Yes, if you could just not, that'd be great. Thanks. See you later. Yes, irrepressible cannoneer, get on in here. File a port report. Yep, we'll lose a heart.
Well, I mean, we went down here first. This time we came more prepared.
This time I have a better weapon, and I needed the irrepressible cannoneer so that I could up my iron a little bit. Speaking of which, there we go.
Well, I mean, Cheaper gas, Mad Ducks.
Yeah, absolutely. The cheaper gas is very important. A whole 8 echoes. In fact, I might just fill up to 20. We do take a good price for Scintillac. Now we should do slightly better in terms of damage, which I'm just going to double check real quick. Yep, hull damage of 17 to 23 and 17 to 23 life damage. A reload speed of 4 seconds. Oh, a Republican Dreadnought. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, no, that's reasonable. Holy hell.
Well then,
Runaway. And a bound shark. And the unfinished. Nope, 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 nope. Thanks, but nope.
buckle your pants. It's gonna be a wild ride, folks.
I don't think the game likes me anymore.
Find your faith astounding. We should rally behind it.
No. I would like to save up enough money to buy a Forced class again, because my god, that armor is so much nicer than this.
Oh yeah. You can do so much work with that little ship.
Oh, hello, wife. Future wife at this point. She doesn't know it yet. This time I took your price and I used it to buy a bigger gun.
Or you're gonna give her the sorbet again, Captain.
Well, that's up to her. If she wants to play nice, she can have some sorbet. There's another 400 echoes and a cask of mushroom wine. It's quite a profitable little journey.
Well, I mean, we're seeing him sail now. I'm sure he's doing a good enough job. Look at him go. Our ship's not falling apart. We're not in any immediate danger.
Ah, good. We found Abbey Rock. Yeah, it wishes it was Metro vodka. Oysters and Tex-Mex sounds nice.
Later, Pumpkin.
Dear Pumpkin. Compile a port report. Nothing is happening. The sisters watch us. We feel their eyes. The sea crashes on the rocks. Withdraws. The fortress stands, stolid as the last year of a century. The greatest peril you risk here is a certain purpleness of prose. Like huge, deadly herons, the sisters stalk along the very tops of the walls. You watch through a spyglass as they leap and whirl, slashing at each other with a variety of frightening weapons. God, one of them just turned a somersault. We found some strategic information and some torpedo components. And 5 fuel and 5 supplies. Very good. And we lose 2 Terra. Okay. Let us be on our way. Damn it, Gillifleur, I really don't want to deal with you right now. Means it's going to force me to the west. East. Starboard. Ah, the Shepherd Isles.
Oh, I'm surprised that jellyfish didn't shoot right around the corner and get you still.
Yeah, we could engage the sigil-ridden navigator.
Ooh, I like him. He's buckets crazy.
Yes. Sure, why not? Hop on board. Gives us a boost to the mirrors as well, which reduces our reload time. A steam pinnace. I like cargo, especially when I didn't have to spend money on it. You always get off one shot no matter what. Poor Cthulhu. It's a lesson we all have to learn. Yes. No matter how much of a terrifying creature you are, you will always be weak compared to people's incompetence. Ooh, is that another Republican dreadnought? No, it's just a pirate frigate. We can get into his rear quarter fast enough. Parabol aluminum, very good. We have found Massey's shaft, which means Guider's Morn must be close by. Yeah, it's quite an odd spot for Guider's Morn, really.
Oh, that's way out in the middle.
Hmm. Let's see. Ooh, a tough challenge though. We'll just explore them all. Yep, both of these are a tough challenge. May as well stand and fight. No, I succeeded. We gained 25 echoes. Nice.
Really?
Hmm.
Our con artist? Priest walked up and knocked somebody silly.
I mean, he's as surprised as anyone.
What else is this man hiding, this Xinthar number 5?
Hmm. Only time will tell. Well, let's go north a bit more. We'll burn off some of this fuel and maybe pick up some Sphinx stone bound for London. As long as we don't run into Mount Nomad, we should be fine.
I didn't say it this time.
No, this time it's all on me.
I will take ownership for the loss of Xinthar number 4, but I have no part in this one. Except for the betting.
Yes.
I'm always a part of the betting.
There's always the money to be made. That's just rude. Yep, I'm gonna eat them. It's the right and proper thing to do. But not waste not. Oh, a light ship.
Wonder how crazy gas supplies are there.
Let's have a look at them. It's a clear, bright beam warms the way. Ah, we have no recent news. No, it's actually reasonable for once. Well, we don't need it, but it's good to see that these further out ones are well supplied, so they cost slightly less.
For the Unterzee, this sea is no virgin, my sir.
She's been around the block a few times. Ah, frost found. Very important location. There we go, we gained 30 echoes from finding a nice rock on the ground. We do need a mechanic, I believe. Oh no, we have an engineer. But I know I can get the mechanic from here. And again... No, I think we'll leave him be at the dock at the moment.
Can't always take everybody.
No, we can't. The OST is some beautiful music. Good one, Pope Dorito? Yes.
Simply boatful. Frost fans are usually too far up in the ice for me to actually see this. This is actually kind of gorgeous.
Yeah, it's quite nice to look at. Well, we've got the fuel for it. I might go find the Avid Horizon. But I won't go visit it yet because I don't want to pick up any quests that involve Mr. Sachs yet.
We are not ready to receive the child.
Or his challenges.
No.
Especially because we've only got 25 health.
Yeah, I mean, there's money riding on it, so I won't feel so bad if it happens.
I want to make sure people get their money's worth.
Oh, I think they do. Especially because we don't charge for this.
Uh-oh. We've been slowed.
What's up, Cold Dog?
Hey, Cold Dog. You executed it reefly well.
Sheesh. Oh yeah, break out them groaners, boys.
I'd like to get out of this storm now. There we go. Might have to go through the cheesebergs.
Cheeseburgers. That's what's been doing.
There it is. There's the Avid Horizon. We shan't be stopping though. We'll just mark it on our map. See what else is nearby. Chapel of Lights. Nice and close. And there's the mountain. We'll just gather intelligence here. We don't need much else. And I'd like to be away from here as fast as possible with that thing hanging around.
Honestly, I'm just glad that we caught Cold Dog's attention.
The puns draw you in, that's for sure. Come for the puns, stay for the story.
And the misfortune.
Oh yes, of course. Can't forget that. Ah, we can visit a certain wistful deviless today.
We are on the starter boat. The first one you get for a fresh playthrough. It is the Kilgore, I believe?
This is the Beatrice. We can rename it, apparently.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, the last one was the Kilgore. That's my mistake.
And it is again. I didn't know you could just click there and rename your ship like that.
Grumble, grumble. This is the Xinthar number 4. Oh, Pope Dorito.
Oh, here he comes. That's a good one.
Upgrade schooner later. You keep making puns like that, we'll give you a blue nose.
Look down and see Port Palmerston like a toy, and the ruins like gravel. You've come far, but the volcano's cone still rears above you. Rest a little before you go the last half mile. The road to the crater ends at a brass grate in the crater walls. Beside it stands an oddly charming little college. It's strewn together from pumice and basalt, but it features honeysuckle, an equally charming devil-ess in a tea gown leans against the cottage wall, twirling a parasol and fanning herself. I am the guardian of this place, she remarks, languidly. You may not pass, but can I offer you a cup of Aramilla tea? Oh yes, thank you. No doubt she'd be much less pleasant if you tried to break down the gate, but just now she's a courteous, soft-voiced woman in a tea gown. The tea is hot and nutty and rather pleasant. She asks about your voyage. She is desperate for news of London, of its mists, its nights, its sick, its poor, its fires. She tactfully turns aside questions about the convention, but she says some of the secrets of the Neath. Come and see me again, she says, next time you're here. She shrugs gracefully. Bring me a present if you like. Oh, the merciless modest.
Oh man, that's just overflowing with the waifus for Xinthar number 5.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough.
Coming out of the woodwork.
We have no parabola linen to give her, but we will be back, and we will no doubt have more various kinds of trade goods. We'll take a port report. How much of cargo space?
The surface is still there. It's just London fell down into this.
It's quite the unfortunate place. Well, we've explored the north quite extensively.
Made it quite far with such a little ship.
Mm-hmm. And I believe we can even afford to gather a... What? What's attacking me? Oh.
Can you take him?
I can take him.
You sure he doesn't have ass guns?
He has no ass guns. It'll take me a moment, and it'll waste a bit of fuel, but I need to burn off some fuel anyway.
Joke's on you, I've played Stoppy Starty before.
Sir, that was very unsportsmanlike. Die like a good fool.
You're not supposed to make me bleed my blood. Well, I mean, since our con artist is going for immortality, I think he wants all booty forever.
He'll bring his entire host down into the darkness. You should cut your losses and leave, Mr. Corsair.
You should, but we won't let you.
Especially since he seems awkwardly stuck on this land.
fruit? Oh no, he's got 22 left.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you have for me? Yeah, some more fuel. I'll take it. Ba-dum-ts. Good work, Sanity is boring. Let's try and avoid Mount Nomad on the way home, so we'll go down a little bit more south. And parallel the salt lines on our way back. Not quite south enough.
I don't like that light that just keeps coming down towards you. Right there.
I'd rather not unfinish pirates if I could avoid it. Ah, Godfall. We should grab some Foxfire candles next time we're at London. The old bearded man sits cross-legged and naked in Godfall's smallest monastic cell. At the sight of the group he flinches, his wrinkled skin covered in faded scars. No more freedom, he whispers. 10 of the clock we sweep, 15 past 10 of the clock we wash. There are orders, there must be orders. No more freedom, please. The monk hands him a mop and bids him clean the entire chapel by first bell. The supplicant squeezes it tight. Yes, master, he whispers, tears of gratitude welling up in his eyes. As he scampers off, there's an awkward silence. He should make a very devout monk, one of the others ventures, once we finally get him into the habit. Stukka, you apparently have gotten low again.
I swear I'm not part of the 90s dance growth. Are we good?
I think so, yes. I was just messing with an audio settling there for a second. Alrighty. Shops, shipyard, nothing available.
You probably shouldn't read too deeply into that dual wielder. I'm definitely not the whispers in your old house at night. I'm the screaming, not the whispers.
Now, we have apparently discovered Nuncio, even though I can't find it. There it is. That's always a fun time. We'll go see what the rat postmen are up to. I thought they were going to get sucked into another vortex for a second there.
It's... Go to your hole. Don't you want to go to your hole?
There we go. One port report from Nuncio. Lit by 2 roaring fires, one at either end of the room, the bartender is in a postman's uniform. Like almost all of the patrons, the noseless postal inspector called Blunt Thomas delivers the drinks, clears tables, stacks the firewood. Postal tall tales. Delicate bottles lowered down chimneys on a rope. Do not fold under any circumstance. Letters curled through a narrow slot. Rattling, groaning crates brought back to the same address every day for 22 days running. The windows they pried open, the servants they bribed. The delivery surcharges they paid out of their own salaries just to get rid of one more packet. It's hard to tell which they hate more, the senders of the mail or the recipient. Stands to reason if the message was a welcome one, they'd tell the other fellow in person, reflects the hairless postwoman. The hairless postwoman at the end of the bar smiles mirthlessly. Or maybe it's just the lack of eyebrows that does it. Long enough carrying the things around, you get into the habit, she says. Then she tells you that if you stay out late enough, you'll see some of the postmen making a procession to the center of the island, stringing up rats around her statue, like Yuletide decorations in prayer to an ancient deity of this place. From the coughing and choking elsewhere in the pub, you'd guess this is a story they often tell newcomers. No, she says. Kurt, not pleased you ask, still had eyebrows when I came to Nuncio. Postman on the next bench diverts you and speaks in a low voice. Lots of people find habits when they can't deliver the post anymore. This one has a plucking habit. Best to learn, not to notice. You glance up at the hairless postwoman is still glaring at you. Oh, that, it's all of us, isn't it? Sort of spirit of the island. Most of them don't seem troubled for more of an explanation than that. Though the hairless postwoman tells you that it didn't always look like fallen postmen. They used to have a different face and a more old-fashioned outfit. Big building, center of town, hard to miss. You can work there too if you want. It's not clear whether this is a generous offer or a threat.
That's right, geometry. And we'll hit it like a drum. And we'll kick it like a drum. And Mount Nomad will not beat us.
To argue with a man holding a broom, it's pointless of course. You try to tell him this, shouting into the shore wind. He stops and stares at you with blind eyes for a minute or two, then returns to his occupation. Can he even see the message he is so desperate to send back out into the water? A funny smell, and little wonder. The string of rats within may have once been fresh, to certain taste, delectable. It is now rather the worse for decay, given the parcel's contents. A hasty burial is the best you can hope to do. Just before you dispose of it, though, note the recipient's name and address. The name of some power worth remembering. Make your way along the shore with a big sack. Many of the envelopes are too damp to read, their addresses permanently lost, but a surprising number are still legible. There are also parcels here and there. There's a crate, a message in a wine bottle, a sealed cask that has bobbed up out of a shipwreck. Your sack ought to get heavy with all these contents, but it pulls upwards and away, straining inland towards the dead letter office like an unstable dog. No, we don't need a dreadnought if we have something that can out-damage it. Collect some more.
You just need to be faster and hope that it doesn't freeze us.
Yeah, like it did that one time.
That bullshit wave.
It was very annoying. Oh, trash.
I imagine we'll prepare for that.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, I have a better weapon than that. Joe Wilder, yes, a much better weapon. But that comes later. Xinthar 5 is young and has many things he needs to see first. Lord Thomas takes you around the office, a small collection room where those retrieving letters may state their business. A much larger set of back offices where newly arrived letters and parcels collected and sorted, a dank, briny smell that never goes away, presumably because of so many of the parcels spent time in the water before they arrived here. In the back room, the machine is manned, ratted, by a postal rat, Eratus faber, in pinstriped hat. It shovels sludge-damp letters into the machine's hopper, and they come out dried, cleaned, pressed, and sorted into slots by size and quality of paper. The postal rat has a pair of spectacles on, and is re-lettering the front of a water. Yeah, probably Jill Wilder. With a tiny brush and an ink pot, the repairs are likely to take most of the afternoon. I like to think of myself as being the resurrection business, he says, stopping to look at you seriously for a minute.
Wait,
Excuse
what does
me.
he mean by that then? Is he
Well,
the one who runs our cloning vats?
Possibly, I certainly hope so. Someone has to. And who better than rats? No one will believe them. My circumstances permit taking the dead letters and making them alive again. Doesn't often work, but when it does, a miracle. Well, we're accepted by the locals. 52 categories. After prolonged whirring, the machine begins to distribute 7 invitations, edged in gilt, into the correspondences of our aristocracy slot, 2 oversized parcels, probably containing books, into the books tray, 1 stamped bronze tablet that drops with a clang into a bin marked First City. The postal rat watches this all with an air of satisfaction. Some more.
I gotta step away for a moment. I'll be right back.
No problem. He's surprised by the request. Most postmen don't like it down there. No one ever asks for a key, but he'll cut you a new one. Just be careful in there, and come out if you start to feel wrong. We've got a lot of terror. Deep and deeper. You had expected a few shelves of supplies, more files of letters a few years older. No, it's a pit so deep that lantern light does not show the bottom. The spiral walkway descends along the wall, and that spiral opens wider as it goes, as if you were looking through the narrow end of a very large shell. Lining those walls are shelves and nooks unevenly sized. Some are a few inches square and contain a single scroll of papyrus. Others support crates bigger than coffins. Excuse me. They're made of woody fungus grown to meet requirements. There are no marks of carpentry or any of the postal rat's handiwork. 3 turns down the spiral and you feel you can't breathe. Time to leave. Maybe you can come back later. Maybe. Troubled, but not surprised. They say that's been there since before we came. Before there were Londoners underneath. Before there was a dead letter office. There was always someone else, and they built the last layer on top of what was there before and so on. When you press him a little further, he says, I've been down there, didn't like it much, but I wanted to test my machine. Thought if I could handle some of the very old dead letters, that would be a good sign, you know. Evidence the machine was in working order. Good strong sorting categories and so forth. There's letters down there that set your hair on fire if you so much as look at them. See the bald patch on my left leg? That wasn't a machine accident, oh no. That singed right off as soon as I put my nose into one of them letters. An extraordinary implication and a tale of terror. We need flares and some foxfire candles. Don't have enough mirrors for it, though. Well, perhaps not. We will come back with supplies.
Dear, come on, man. You know where that thing lives.
Get in the hole.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
He can try to get out. Yep. Okay, I'm leaving. But he's screwed.
Yeah, that's swirling around the toilet seat for the rest of your life, rattos.
Till you starve or escape. My money's on starve. They got out eventually.
Either way, they're just going to be a red floating blood puddle with a couple crates floating there.
Mm-hmm.
And no one will ever be able to get it.
It's very frustrating.
But at least we know we don't go for it anymore. Don't even give them enough of our ammo to be worth it.
No, not really. Ooh, we are very low on supplies.
Are we heading to salt lines and home?
That's the plan.
It's a long roll for 2 supplies.
Mm.
We're gonna get peckish.
Well, I'm sure our good friend Xinthar 5 doesn't mind. He's probably used to being hungry. We could duck down to Guider's Morn and pick up supplies there and then salt lines.
Yeah. Yeah, we're safe.
Yeah, this was the right choice.
Yep. Better safe. 'Cause we would have been very hungry. And those orphans would have started to look delicious. Focus on. Peel the. Oh no! Whoop! You're put it back in the. Put it back in the loop. We eat tonight.
We have food today. It's fine. I'll just grab 2 extra fuel. Costs a little bit extra, but that's okay.
It's worth it to make it home
Mm-hmm.
with good profit and a
We
lot
don't.
of pork reports.
Ah, so many pork. That bat swarm came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Get wrecked.
Yeah, I'll take the terror reduction.
We'll go to London after we get a haul of salt lions.
Yeah. We could use some repairs, but where's the fun? I do think I'm unfortunately going to have to wrap it up after this.
Alas.
Didn't make much progress this time, but that's sometimes just how the dice roll.
Let's say you've got a fairly good start on this play. You've
That's
done
right.
a very wide berth on your exploration this time. Like,
Yeah.
This is what? This was our second trip?
Yeah, it was our second trip. That's not too bad at all in terms of map coverage.
Oh, yeah.
We might even be able to get the Forced class Corvette next run.
Yeah, I could see it.
Even after this one, maybe.
Especially if you get bruised on when you get home.
What I would like to do is find the Isle of Cats as soon as possible. Because
Yes.
that red honey.
Oh, yeah. Really makes money.
Hello, Unmakers. Good to see you all. Compile the port report. Such tasty porks. And we'll grab some Sphinx Stone. Always a pleasure doing business, gentlemen. Yes. We shall make a course to London. Right after we dodge this crap.
We go to London. We go to Vanderbilt.
We go more north. Sometimes the AI does like to cheat in this game. It does a little trolling.
They do engage in a modicum of trolling.
Really, Bats? Is this what you want to do today?
Uh-oh.
Well, that was bloody rude.
They eat your supplies?
Yeah.
Fucking what?
It's very rude, but you can gather up the corpses to get them back.
Yeah.
But it's more to the point that they do 5 damage, which I find absolutely outrageous.
Heavy duty bad damage. Drop a weaponized guano.
Weaponized guano.
Well, it's just like out of a bomber, except it drops landmines. And it just makes your poop deck slippery. I don't know. I don't know.
Not the poop deck.
You don't want your sailors slipping all. I almost said slipping all around your fucking poop.
Oh dear.
The Z, it corrupts.
It does indeed. Well, let them do their worst. I have nothing to do. I can just declare my goods. Messages from the Harbour Master. The Blind Bruiser is busy. I think we'll ask if there's another task we can perform instead. We haven't discovered everything yet.
So Xinthar,
Yes.
were we almost killed by bats again?
We were almost killed by bats again. Sensitive matters. Help my patron, who's an introspective gentleman and is reflecting on his life. He's come to regret things from years past and should like them, but to do so he needs that mistake brought home to London. Dispensation as generous as your own self for doing him such a kindness. We'd like you to retrieve someone who has long been sore spot of my... They called her the last constable around here before she fled London. Adver, investigating scoundrel, iron misery. Fine pirates guide as mourn, keeping the peace in Khan's heart and watching the dead in Venderbite. She gets around, a real hard worker, that one. It's in her blood. Again, don't let it come to harm, if you can help it at least. We're understanding. Demiu Island, guide as mourn, Khan's heart, Venderbite. Okay, we're looking for the last constable. Ah, we do need a surgeon. Hello, Cloudery Air.
Maybe Xinthar number 5 needs to embrace the bat.
Become bat.
Become the Batman.
Is it Morbin time?
I don't know. I don't know what that shit's about, I'm sorry.
Neither do I. I haven't seen the movie. I haven't even read the comics. Alright then, guys. I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight. We'll come back to this next week and we'll definitely make a lot more progress because we've done quite well for ourselves. And hopefully next time we won't forget to repair.
And we won't get killed by bats.
Yeah, exactly. We will not die to bats this time because that is an embarrassment. I'll just double check how much a Forced class steamer is. Ah, the Corvette is 4,000 Echo, so that's not hard to get to. Alrighty. Again, thank you all so much for dropping by. We really do appreciate the support. It's been great fun playing these games with you, and you can always also catch me on Saturdays at the same time, where I play random games essentially, and just see what pops up. Any parting words for the people, Stukka?
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us today. I mean, you say thanks for making the morning more enjoyable for you. Like, this is super enjoyable for me, hanging out with you guys and rolling around in the Z and seeing what trouble we can get up to and what trouble will find us.
Excellent.
And thank you, Zin, for letting me be here.
No, anytime. Happy to have the company. Alright, without any further ado, good night, everybody. Enjoy.